Good evening, and welcome to the Boys from the Baltic Star. We play narrative games, and tonight we are playing what we hope will be the second half of a two-shot, which was sort of a possible one-shot, but then it's us. My name is Ben, and I'm running the game this evening. And with me tonight are regular boys, Luke and Ewan. How are you two gentlemen?
I don't think I've ever been described as a regular boy before.
Well, you don't
I quite
qualify as
like
an
it.
irregular.
Only by your doctor.
Have you been speaking to him again? It's what happened to patient doctor confidentiality.
Sorry. I shouldn't have said anything.
Unbelievable.
Sorry, no one's watching.
Yes, so. Has everyone had a good day? I've had a very good day with some very good sport.
I have, thanks. I have. It's been very nice.
Excellent.
Your days are always nice, Ewan. You sort of
Yeah, they are quite pleasant.
live
Peaceful.
in like the Truman Show when it's nice. That's the sort of world you live in.
Now I'm going to be paranoid the whole time.
That's what my doctor told me anyway.
Mm-hmm.
He's in on it. Explains why he wants to talk to me so much.
Right, so the place to start, I suppose, is a quick recap. For anyone who doesn't know, we're running using my sort of 2D rules, and those are very, very simple, so we won't need to explain those very much. Broadly speaking, you just balance a few stats and then off you go. It's a very, very simple system. You do need all of the dice, however, every single possible dice. As a consequence of that, let's just jump straight in with the intro. So, our heroes, Monty P. Graves and Edgar Mortis, are urban explorers who have sneaked into the Galactic Studios lot to film and photograph the secrets that can be found in this old Hollywood site. They dodge security while visiting some sound stages, a prop store, and a backlot recreation of the White House, lacking only the glorious and priceless East Wing. On their way to a recreation of a medieval castle, however, they were finally caught by security and taken to the office built into Stage 13. They barely had time to catch their breath before some more troubling chaos broke loose. Security is suddenly fighting a running battle against slowly walking, tattered people who wail and moan and seem to take a lot of shots to put them down. They've attacked the studio through Gate
Northerners
D in the west, and they've begun to flood into the studio lot. Security guard Mike told our explorers to hide and barricade themselves in somewhere safe, deciding that their relatively minor trespass is no longer a priority. They didn't entirely comply, finding an office and hiding there, but choosing stealth over protection, in case they needed to escape quickly. As the gunshots still echo around the lot, they heard footsteps outside their office, then a tentative knock on the door. A cautious and slim young man carefully lets himself in to join them. He introduced himself with the words, "I'm Seth Harmon, and I think this may be my fault." So you are in an office in Stage 13. On the map, it's on that sort of western extension underneath Warehouse 4.
I will say that I remember very much the first time when we first saw this map, and you mentioned that there was a White House. I thought there were 4 White Houses for a minute.
Yes, the White House
I did get
is
there
where
in
it
the
says
end.
DC to the west of
Yes,
there.
which makes perfect sense, especially given the shape of the building.
Yes.
Over there.
I thought that was to do with electrical supplies.
Yeah, well, I mean, both the lot and the actual District of Columbia do have electrical supplies. Yes.
And the Chicago, New York were just big piles of pizza boxes. That's why they were that shape.
The Chicago ones were deeper, obviously.
Yes, their DC setting is essentially only the White House and only part thereof, with a big scenery backdrop behind it to drop in whatever backing they need. but it does have the West Wing and the residence, and a little bit of the sort of colonnade off to the priceless and immortal East Wing.
But there's no East Wing there.
But there's no East Wing because well, it's rarely used for filming, so they didn't bother to build one.
It's too important to be used for filming.
Well, I mean, obviously they could have built one, but if you really do want to see the epitome of neoclassical American architecture in its natural setting, you can always visit DC and see it there.
What year is this set?
This year, essentially. You know, last year probably now.
Oh, we're playing a period piece. Okay.
Yeah, set in 2025.
Verily, my good friend, shall we?
Yes.
To yonder shop.
That's the accent you were doing.
That
Now I
was.
remember.
It's all coming back to me now.
So you are hiding away in the office, and in comes this guy, and you sort of reveal yourself to him, and he says, "This may be my fault."
Edgar will say to Seth, "What? What do you mean your fault? What's going on?"
Well, I could be wrong, but I think what's out there is The Walking Dead.
Right, and you're responsible. How?
Have you ever heard of Carla Varys?
I can't say I have. I mean, I have, but my friend here hasn't. So please explain for him.
Do they know Verity Cowhide?
I don't know who that is. So Carla Varys, she's not well known these days, but back in the 30s, she was in a lot of old horror films. And she developed a bit of a fan following. They called her the Mistress of the Night.
I think you visited her just the other week, Edgar. On the corner, of around the back of the motel.
Yes, yes, I did.
I didn't know her name was Carla.
Well, she died in the 1940s, but
that's where her memorial is.
Right.
There's a nice bench.
Okay. Well, you see, the thing is, I've always been a bit of a fan, and tonight I went to where she's buried, just off the west of this lot, and I got these instructions from the internet as to what to do if you want to, well, raise the dead.
Oh, Seth.
Then what happened?
Well, her tomb in the mausoleum, there was a certain amount of noise and sort of knocking on the inside, and I thought, wow, I've done it. And then there were all these moans and yells and other knocks and bangs from around me in every direction, and well, I ran. And I ran here.
Well, Monty, it seems we're left to deal with the irony that the one time that the internet gave someone factual information, it turns out to be for the detriment of well, at least this movie set.
This is true. You just the youth of today, my dear friend, the youth of today. Why can't they go be more like us and just sort of sneak in and look around? Don't touch too much. Don't mess with things, and just enjoy things the way they are, without raising the dead and all the other things the TikTokers these days do. He probably did it to like some pop song playing in the background as he did it, I would imagine, with a little dance.
I mean, I'm not sure breaking in and sneaking around applies to mausoleums as well as movie sets, but I get what you're saying, certainly.
So I guess we just wait here for security to clean up my mess, and then I'll probably try and leave before they ask too many questions.
I suppose we could do that. We could. I liked your use of language there and grouping us all together as one entity before we even really know you. But it's a strong way to encourage what you're after. I appreciate that.
We should do what we usually do, Edgar, to get to know people. We should ask him 6 questions about himself. And so, because then when we get to know them, we call it the 6-question friend, don't we? Don't we, dear Edgar? 6
we do.
Well, I don't know. You're always good with the first question. You always hit close to the heart. Why don't you ask our new friend Seth the first of his 6 questions?
Well, I mean, yeah, of course, sure. Obviously, the first one, if the person hasn't given their name, would be what is your name, but that doesn't really count towards the 6. Isn't that right, Monty?
Right,
so
correct.
We've got that already.
Question 0. Yeah, no, it's Seth Harmon.
So, of course, question 1, Seth, if I may. If you had to give a TED talk tomorrow on something that you weren't very familiar with and you barely understand, what topic are you choosing and what's the title?
Well, recent experience has taught me that I barely understand necromancy, so I would probably try that. And I guess the title I would go for would be something like do not do what I did.
That's good. It sounds like it'd probably end up as a TED Plus talk more than a TED though, but still.
Okay.
Monty.
Question 2. In the event of a global disaster, what would be your favorite steampunk item of clothing?
Steampunk item, it would probably be, if you can count this as clothing, glasses that can also zoom in when you turn them.
Oh, that's a good answer, Edgar. Good answer. We need to remember that one.
Oh,
that's good.
Are you making notes?
I am. If we get out of here, we can get him some of those.
I like it.
Question 3, Edgar.
No, of course. Sorry. Question 3,
come on. There's the undead everywhere. We need to be quick with our important questions.
Oddly apt, given our current location. But if your life was to have a very low budget documentary made about it, apart from this moment, what would the dramatic voiceover say about you?
Oh, that's good.
You mean the introductory voiceover, or the one at the end which rounds up the life?
No, the introductory.
Okay. It would probably say, he came from small town Ohio, and nobody there remembers him.
Oh. That's quite sad, isn't it?
That is quite sad.
That's quite sad. Question 4. If you came out of your house one morning and the snow had fallen crisp and even to maybe 4 or 5 feet, would you clear your own path, or would you go and help with the paths of others?
I'm from Ohio. 4 or 5 feet is just ground litter.
He's a hardy one.
And of course, quickly now, question 6, which is quite a quick question. Luckily, what item in your house, in your home, would confuse an archaeologist the most in 500 years' time?
That's good.
I don't know if it would confuse an archaeologist, but it would definitely confuse modern people. I have a mini disc player.
Oh, a mini disc player. Interesting.
They're almost unheard of nowadays.
Fascinating. When we get out of here and we head back to yours to stay, Seth, you must show us.
Oh, we'll put a mini disc on.
Oh, I can't wait. I look forward to it.
I assume it's an item of clothing. I'm not overly familiar.
Like, yeah, it feels like some sort of hat to me. A mini, like a small,
like
it
a
sounds good.
yeah, maybe off to the side.
Oh,
yeah.
I like it.
Jaunty.
Oh, jaunty, like a fascinator.
Oh,
lovely.
Exactly.
Question 6. Would you like some of my fondue meat and bread that I keep in my pocket?
I'm not really a big fan of pocket meat.
Pocket bread?
See my answer about pocket meat.
How about slightly hardening pocket melted cheese?
Do you keep anything in your pockets that isn't aging food?
I've got £320, I'll have you know.
£320 of what?
I like him, Edgar, I like him. I'm looking forward to staying with him after this. It'd be nice to have a home to stay at for a while.
It's been a while. Yes. Well, now that we're acquainted,
we're best of friends, I'd say.
6 best of 6 question friends.
No, hang on a minute. Don't I get to ask my 6 questions? If we're going to be friends.
Well, it's the same 6 questions, I think. But yeah, I suppose. How do we feel about that, Monty?
He can ask us. Maybe he can ask us one question each.
So I can trade in my 6 questions for 1 question, but I get to choose it.
Yes.
Okay. I can ask both of you the same time because it's going to be the same question.
Okay, that's good. Oh, I'm excited that he might be asking about our adventures elsewhere, Edgar. Maybe about our tastes in mini hats.
Maybe about my buffalo hat. I was going to say.
Same wavelength. It probably is anyway. Okay. Yes. What's your question?
While I've been answering your questions, have either of you noticed that there's a shambling guy standing at the window behind you?
No. Well, I certainly haven't.
I had, but I thought that was another one of your friends.
And there is indeed at the window a man who looks quite dead. Not as dead as you'd expect based on his clothing. It's as if the spell that reawakened him has patched up his flesh a little bit. But his clothing looks very antique.
He's not a very well dressed gentleman, Edgar. I can see his nipples. I think they're nipples. It's hard to tell. Hanging off a little.
Well, yes. It's all a bit not where it should be. Perhaps staying here waiting for security isn't the best idea.
No, it's possible if he starts trying to come in, he might draw others to the noise.
And he is indeed leaning against the window now and beginning to sort of slowly bang the backs of his fists against the bottom of his fists against the glass in a sort of slow but determined looking rhythm.
Perhaps we should quickly look to see if there's anything we can grab as a potential weapon, Edgar, if there's anything in the room before we beat a hasty retreat.
Good plan.
I don't think that's an inherently silly idea. Can you both roll an analytical quickness, please?
Oh, my favourite. So I get a D4 for my analytical.
What are we rolling against then?
It'll be a D8.
And a D8. And then
quickness.
And then plus or minus your quickness.
+1 for my quickness.
Okay. -1 for mine. I've got 16 plus 2 minus 1 is 17 for me.
Okay.
Mine is a 7 + 1 for an 8, please.
All right. As you glance around, Luke, you do find it's not as well displayed as it should be, but hidden behind a sort of filing cabinet in the corner, there is a fire axe attached to the wall.
Oh, splendid. Look at this, Edgar. This takes me back. You must remember.
Oh, it's a shiny one.
It's very, it's well polished. And look
It
at the
does indeed.
shaft. So smooth. Varnished. I look forward to using this, wielding it. Did you not find anything?
No, alas. No. I'm sure I will. I'm sure there's more stuff out in the wild to be found. Don't worry, it'll be fine.
Speaking of which, it looks like we need to head out into the wild. This shambly gentleman's almost through.
Okay.
Mm.
So are you effectively, with the room you're in, there is a door out into the corridor outside, and other than that, the only exits seem to be windows.
Are you coming with us, friend Seth, you skinny scamp?
Yes, definitely.
Lead on, dear Edgar, lead on.
Might I suggest?
Not at this time. Not at this time.
Oh, okay. How about we go to the car park?
Which one?
We could
A?
position ourselves nicely between the southern two, whatever that. I can never remember the name of car parks, or nor the place that I parked. But if we could find a vehicle, that might be beneficial. Do you think?
I like your thinking. This is good.
Well, as you head out into the corridor, I assume that's the way you're heading.
Mm.
Essentially, if you were to follow it the west, that's the way you came in through the main entrance to security and the sort of office extension to stage 13. That way, obviously, is the firefight, but also the security guards are up in that direction. The alternative would be to head east, sort of into stage 13 itself, into the actual big space. And I don't know if you're technically aware of it, but there will be big doors both north and south leading into stage 13, and probably doors to the east as well onto car park B.
Right, Edgar, although there's security out there, I do worry with so many shambling chaps around and you without a weapon. Is it worth trying to sneak through the grand stage?
I would suggest we go eastward.
Stealthy. I like your thinking.
All right. So you set off, and before you know it, you find yourself at a door at the end of the corridor. This door has a big sign on it saying, Stage 13, please be quiet. And underneath it, there is a sort of box with a plastic sign on it, which you know will contain a light behind it. So if there is soundstage work being done in stage 13, it will be lit, but it is currently out.
Oh, this looks very positive, Edgar.
Shall we?
Oh, shall we ever? I look forward to sneaking once more with you.
And Edgar will try to open the door.
Okay.
Quietly.
It's
He'll have a
heavy,
little peek first.
and it has that sort of I don't know if you technically call it a fabric, but kind of a deadening fuzz wrapped around it where it meets the door jamb, which makes it make a sort of brushing sound as you push it open. And almost immediately the other side of it is another door, which also just contains the writing saying stage 13, which has actually been stenciled on it, quite big. And that is just a solid door. There's no window. There's no indication of anything else. If you're supposed to be in stage 13, you know you're supposed to be in it.
That's good. Let's try and make our way. Keep quiet though. Don't. No, I don't know if any kids have got into here, but we can't be too sure, can we?
No. Don't want to attract any more attention. Hey, Seth. And Edgar will go to open the door.
Okay.
Wow.
You push the door open. It is dark inside, but not pitch black. The reason for that is that up on the lighting grid, there are a lot of little glowing LED type lights, which indicate whether or not there is power to a particular light unit or sound unit or whatever on the grid. If the place was lit properly, you'd never see them. But in the darkness, they cast a sort of reddish glow, which is hard to see through, but you can make out the shape of the room you're in. It is essentially a very large rectangle. It's about the size of a small aircraft hangar, in fact, and it has, as sound stages tend to, a very flat, very hard concrete floor covering the vast majority of its surface area, or a large majority. The only exception is that in the middle there is a complicated looking metal section of flooring. It's complicated looking because it's made up of lots of parallel panels. And you've done your research before exploring a soundstage, and you know that these panels are designed to be removable, and you can fill the pit that's in the middle, they call it a tank, with water, so that you could shoot a water-based scene in this big space but still have control over the sound. There are lots of times you need to shoot something that's in water but not in the open air. So it's basically a very large, very rectangular swimming pool with no shallow end. Only all you can see is the flat surface.
How big are the panels?
Each one is about 0.5 meter wide, but they run the entire width of the the thing. They look like they're made of that slightly textured stuff to provide a bit of grip, rather than. But that texture probably also gives them a degree of rigidity.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they would be heavy, but a person at each end would probably be able to lift them. You wouldn't want to try and drive a vehicle over them, you'd fall straight through. But they might hold the weight of a person. They'd probably spring a bit, though, under the weight of a person.
Oh, what are you thinking, Edgar? Your mind looks like it's whirring at a mile a minute.
I was just thinking it's a shame that those panels aren't a little bit smaller and we could wield them as some kind of protection to fend off the undead evils that no doubt lurk outside. I did think though, you see the lighting up on the ceiling.
Yeah, I do.
Now, if we could find a way up into the rafters and we could just wait there for all this to blow over.
Oh, I like your thinking. Just stay out there. Shambly types can't climb after all. But I was thinking, if this all blows over and we're here, after we're sort of first rescued, they will remember, perhaps, if any survive, why we were sneaking around, that we'd broken in. And that we could end up still in trouble, perhaps under the.
Especially if it was Seth.
Oh, exactly. Poor old Seth, he'll get in all sorts of trouble from the local necromancers for breaking their laws. Yeah.
They do have a strict guild policy.
So strict. Did you look on their website? It's almost impossible to join.
I did, yes, I did indeed.
One would hope. That's an organisation that really should be quite selective.
It certainly feels it. So maybe now's the time to escape. Maybe get our way out and never be seen again, as it were. Like,
Well, not never until they start making a movie about all of this, and then we can.
As you're having this
resurface and cash in.
conversation, you start to hear a noise. And initially, it's not entirely clear where it may be coming from, but you start to realise that it may be coming from inside the tank under the metal covers.
I thought it was Seth losing the will to live. Oh, this doesn't sound good. We need to keep moving.
Okay. Which way out?
You wanted the car park, right? Go east. If my calculations are correct.
Okay.
We should hit.
They normally are.
Thanks.
Normally are.
That is what's said about me. It is my one great strength.
Calculating.
Yes.
All right. You can make out just dimly in the distance another little glowing light against the east wall. You can't really make out an actual sign, but it's probably a little thing over a door to show where emergency exits are and things like that. So you can head for that if you like. You'll have to basically skirt the tank in order to do that.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Egg. Sorry, John.
No, keep your legs away from the edge of the tank, though, if you can.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's plenty of surround. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can either go literally right against the outside wall, or you can just aim for the middle of the surround. But either way, you're not going to be all that close to the tank.
Edgar will be keeping an eye out for any more weaponry or useful things to defend himself with.
Okay. The place does seem to be distressingly empty, but it's also very gloomy. So if you would like to, by all means, make a check, but it's going to be quite a tough one. Can you please roll an analytical, in this case, strength, with a D6, please?
Ooh.
Is that both of us, or just...
if you'd like to also keep an eye out, yes.
Why not? Yeah, it's best. Seems like a good idea too. Oh, 19.
19.
Might be a mighty 2.
Oh,
okay.
No. How different we are. What are you focusing on right now?
Once again, it is the more observant of you who realizes that as you make your way across, you see a little mounting bracket on the wall, which includes 2 quite substantial looking torches, electric battery powered torches mounted in the bracket. The bracket, as you see it, it's actually a recharging bracket. These are rechargeable torches, and there are 2 of them mounted in a holder on the wall.
Look at these torches.
Are they heavy?
So they're expensive.
Some form of kosh.
They're pretty sturdy.
Yeah, of course they're expensive.
They are they're metal tube style torches, and they are reasonably heavy. Not that heavy, but they're pretty chunky.
Well, if nothing else, we should take one each as a memento of our time in the studio. Do you not think?
That is good. Do they have the branding on them?
They seem to be unbranded.
We can write it on.
Okay, right. Sharpie looks good. Yeah.
Fair enough. So you each grab a torch?
I think so, yeah.
All right. As you do, you hear a sort of crash behind you, as if one of the plates on the tank has moved. That very metallic clanging sound.
Oh, this is not good, my friend. We need to get moving.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right. As you move, and Seth is definitely running with you.
I bet he is.
You see a figure literally leap out of the tank, and it seems to cross a huge distance in the air before landing on the surround. Not literally cutting you off, but definitely too close to comfort for your route to the exit door. And all you can see, because you haven't turned your torches on yet, is like a shadow in the glow.
Oh, Edgar, remembering their documentary that they started filming when they came here, and what Ewan forget, but I'm sure I would have had some kind of Super 8 or some hand cranked video camera rather than anything modern. Sees the silhouette of this figure and just starts rolling. Monty, what are we doing?
Quick, dazzle him, and I'll sort of slip the torch onto my belt or whatever, and grab the axe with both hands.
Okay. As you turn on the torch, the light stabs out, and you sort of shake it around a bit, looking for, focusing it on the creature, and it is most definitely a creature. It looks like a Hollywood depiction of a werewolf.
Ah.
It's about 7 feet tall, over 2 meters.
Oh, God.
It has quite long arms that end in savage-looking claws and a really vicious-looking jaw. Nasty, spiny-looking fur. And as soon as you illuminate it, there's a little gasp from Seth, who says, "That's from Curse of the Wolfman. That's the costume from Curse of the Wolfman."
Wait. Did the actor die wearing it?
No, I don't think so.
They must have, Monty. It's just a person in a costume.
I
Don't worry.
I suddenly feel less less brave all of a sudden. Are you sure? Am I making the right decision, different?
I'm not sure.
I can see the seam.
He can see the seam.
It's a person.
And I'll run towards in all my bravery with wielding the axe.
You're going to charge an attack. Excellent. Okay.
Edgar will try and
excellent.
blind it with the light behind Monty as he charges in. At least throw some kind of uncertainty. Shine the light in its eyes from right behind Monty.
As you charge in, I would like you to roll some initiative for me, please. So this will be either analytical or quickness or subtle quickness. Either of those.
Cool.
And you don't need a D8 or anything to go with it. Just analytical or subtle quickness.
I'll take an analytical with quickness, please.
And the Wolfman is going to take subtle, because that's a D8.
Ah.
Oh, not a great roll, though.
Well, that's good, because I got a 7. I got 7, which isn't good with a D20.
That's a total of 3 for the Wolfman.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good.
So you are definitely going to get your first go. Right.
Okay, that's good.
This is a physical attack, so can you please roll a physical against the Wolfman's physical for your attack? That is, for you, whatever your physical die is,
D12.
and for him, it's a D6.
Oh, okay, that doesn't sound like an actual Wolfman.
Yet.
Do I get is it just a straight, right? Yeah.
You roll yours plus the D6, yeah.
Mine plus the D6, okay. That is 16. That's very good.
16. Excellent. Can you roll D8 plus 6 for me, please?
Six. That is 11.
Okay, good hit. You swing, and the axe definitely makes a pretty solid impact. It cuts straight through the skin of the wolfman, and as it does, you can see the animal rears back in pain. However, as it goes through, the axe doesn't cut anything in the wolfman. It's as if the costume is completely hollow.
Whoa, this... I don't think anyone's in this costume. Have you raised costumes from the dead?
As soon as you yell that out, Seth yells out, "That makes sense! That makes sense! They made it from bears!"
What?
The costume was made from bear hide, bears.
Oh.
It makes me very glad I've got vegan shoes on right now.
Okay. The wolfman is going to make an attack against you. That's what is your physical?
My physical is the D12.
Okie dokie. So that's a D6 and a D12. Oh, that's a terrible roll. He swings with his claws and completely fails to make any contact. And by doing so, he doesn't get a second attack. He's standing there. He's obviously been tattered a bit by your axe, but he's still standing. What would you like to do, guys?
Is he still as keen as he was? This outfit.
He seems angry, yes.
Edgar will turn to Seth and he'll say, "Seth, you seem like the kind of person that would know. How many bears did it take to make the costume? Not make the costume, but went into making the costume."
Good distinction. It was all from 2 bears. They were both preserved after they died at the San Diego Zoo.
Thank you very much. This will be a good morale boost for Monty when he defeats 2 bears
Single-handed.
single-handedly. And Edgar will, if he can also do something, he'll continue looking around for some kind of weapon.
Yes,
Something.
absolutely. In fact, as you look around, you will find that you don't necessarily see a weapon, but you see something move at the edge of the tank where the lid was blown off. It's despite the fact that it is still pretty dark where the torch isn't pointing. This is reasonably obvious because a white, chunky-looking hand comes out of the tank and slaps down onto the surface as if something humanoid is trying to pull itself up out of the tank. And it looks as if the arm is wrapped in white bandages.
We've got something else, Monty. There's something else coming out of the pool. I don't know. Don't know if you want to run.
You'll have to deal with it. You'll have to deal with it.
And Edgar will start making his way over quickly to the edge of the pool, I suppose.
All right. Seth, helpfully, as the creature pulls a little bit more of itself out, says, "Yep, that's Curse of the Mummy. Curse of the Mummy. Definitely Curse of the Mummy.
Made from
I don't know. Actually, I assumed it was bandages."
Eek. and Edgar will continue on.
Okay. As you charge over, you are effectively getting to the very edge of the tank. Do you have your torch on, by the way?
He does. He was using it to try and
Try and look around.
and dazzle the wolf.
Okay. So as you shine your light on the on the mummy that's crawling its way out of the pit, you can see behind it in the pit. There is a sort of stand that looks like it probably held up a costume, and next to it another stand that looks like it held up a costume, and then behind them, lying on the ground, is a very ornate looking wooden coffin. They've clearly used the bottom of this tank as a prop store for old movie props, which has worked out well for you guys. Right. Can you please roll an initiative for your fight? So you are rolling against the mummy. This is your choice of analytical quickness or subtle quickness.
Let's take subtle.
That
That is unfortunately a 4 + 1 for a 5.
Okay. Okay. The mummy rolled a 5, but quickness is not its strength, as it turns out. So so you actually get to go first. Right. So your first combat round against the mummy, please. What are you attacking with?
Is it still climbing out? Or is
yes,
it
is.
He will stamp on its hands.
Oh,
good plan. Excellent stuff. Right.
Love it.
Can you roll a physical attack, please? That is your physical die, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Plus a d6.
Plus a d6. That's an 8.
Total of 8?
Total of 8.
You stamp your foot down and you sort of catch the edge of a bandage, but it doesn't seem to make any kind of real contact with the hand. And the mummy hauls itself up and swings at your ankle where you attacked. What's your physical?
My physical is a d6.
D6.
Which I'm quickly regretting.
8 plus 5 is 13, which is 4 plus 3. There's a d4. There we go. Right, that's 5 off your health, please, as the mummy's cold and very hard-hitting touch hits your ankle.
Wonderful. As we, as I got my stats from Luke's notes, because he is his note taking is above and beyond. So let's just take a moment to appreciate the fact that I couldn't find my character sheet, and Luke's notes had all of my stats on it. What would my starting hit points be?
Right. Your physical is D6. D6. Okay. And what's your subtle?
D20.
Then your starting health is 16.
Okay. Thank you kindly. And I shall take 5.
Okay. Right. Luke.
Hello.
You are standing facing off against a wolfman. He is looking angry and aggressive, but you have an axe in your hands.
I do, an axe to grind. Let's go again, but let's go for the if it is indeed a costume, I want to go for the head part to see if I can sort of hit through or get into separate the head from the body part, I suppose.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea. All right, so swinging at the neck-ish. Right. Can you make a physical attack?
Yep.
So your physical die.
Yep.
It would normally be a D6 to land a hit that you would get, but it'll be a D4 because you're aiming for the neck.
Seems reasonable to me. Here we go. That is a 9.
A 9. You swing your axe with all of your might, and it just seems to sway back just out of the reach of it as the axe flies past. It bares its mighty looking jaw and leaps to attack.
Which is ironic because it's made out of bears.
It is made of bears. Your
A costume.
your physical, I can't remember. Sorry, was it
My physical is the D12.
D12? Thank you. D6 and D12. God, that's terrible again. 3.
Good. That's good. That's good news.
So it leaps at you, and its jaws snap shut, but you like hold up the axe and manage to deflect it off.
Yes. Yes, I am invincible.
Nicely done.
Thanks.
Yeah. So that is fine. Seth is standing back, looking scared.
So he should be. Get involved, Seth. Get involved, Seth. Help a man out.
Okay. Seth
Grab its tail.
is going to leap towards the gaping hole that is the tank and try to help defeat the mummy.
Good old Seth. Sorry. Sorry, Monty.
Right. So, we'll have another round of combat, please. I will just quickly roll for... Okay, yep. Seth will get to go before the mummy. Right. So, Ewan, would you like to roll an attack? Or do you have something else in mind?
I have something else in mind, if I may.
Okay.
If I may be so bold. Bearing in mind Monty saying that there is nothing inside the costume, I would like to lay in wait for an attack, with the idea that once an attack comes towards me, I want to try and grab hold of some kind of bandage on the mummy and start unraveling.
Okay.
And whilst he does, he's gonna call out to Monty. He'll say, "There's a third. There's some kind of coffin in the pit."
Like a
That's
vampiric coughing.
like a coffin.
Oh, Seth, do something.
All right. Next up will indeed be Seth. Seth is not apprised of your plan of laying in wait for the mummy. He is going to attempt to push the mummy back into the pit.
Well, if it works, it works.
If it works, it works.
I'm
yeah.
not going to complain. Go, Seth, go.
So he gets a D6 to go with his... Oh, boy, he sucks at that.
Oh, Seth.
No, he grapples briefly with the mummy, but it's no use. He's weak and skinny and basically useless. The mummy, however, therefore does get an attack and is going to go for Seth, who's trying to grapple it, and gets a D12 plus a D12. That should be brutal.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Seth.
The mummy does indeed land a hit, and it seems to really hurt Seth. He sort of crumples a little bit on the impact, but you do have a chance to have your go if you would like to take it now, Ewan.
I will take it now, and I will reach out for whatever appendage the mummy is lunging towards, and try and grab some kind of end of a bandage.
Okay. You you need to make a physical attack, please. So your physical plus a d6.
That's a 9.
A 9.
These aren't the other ones. I've got to turn them
You
around.
you grab at it. You're very close. You can feel the bandage at your finger, but you don't quite manage to get it. If you were a betting man, you would guess that the bandages have been sewn into a sort of they've been wrapped around and actually sewn onto something like a leather suit underneath them to make it,
Right.
hard wearing and sturdy.
Curse it. Well, knowledge is key. At least I'm more aware of what's going on around me now.
Luke, off you go. Would you like to
Yeah,
attack, or do you have
you
something
and
else
stuff.
in mind?
I have no other plans at this point, apart from to just keep wailing on this this creature. Let's. I did some damage last time. I went for its very being, so let's go back to the bulk again.
Okay, all right. So, yes, it's
Back to the bulk again.
against its d6. So your physical plus a d6.
Yes, that's better than a d4. Right, let's see if we can actually get a good number this time. That seems better. That is, oh my goodness, I think that's because it gets 14. Yeah, 8 and a 6. 14.
14. Excellent. Can you roll
Oh, no,
d8?
it's physical. Yeah, it's physical. 8 and a 6. Yeah, 14.
d8 plus 4, please.
D8 plus 4. Ooh. 9.
Fantastic. You swing through and slice another big gash
Yes.
in the costume, and this time it's as if the air's been let out of it, and it crumples and folds into a mess on the ground.
I've killed it. I've killed it. I've killed the suit.
Ewan, it's your go.
Looking around very briefly, I assume there's a section of the false floor that covered the pit or the pool.
It's almost entirely covered. There's just one panel that's been shifted. Yes.
How far is either end away from where Seth and I currently are?
Of the actual panel, it's just basically been knocked aside, so it's within reach.
But if we wanted to get on an end each, how far would that be?
One of you could get on this end, and that would be within reach. The other one's the other side of the pit. So you'd either have to run across the pit on the metal panels,
okay,
or around it to the other end.
We're not at the... Yeah, okay, gotcha.
You're sort of on the side.
Gotcha. Yeah, perfect.
That is true, pretty honest.
In which case, Edgar is caught in a moment, and he's not quite sure what to do. He has a look around. Is there forward planning now that Monty has declared his victory? Is there any something that looks like it controls the pit? Are there water pumps in the pit? Does it automatically fill, or do they have to get like a hose in from outside? Can I see?
There is a very complicated looking grid at the bottom of the pit, which seems to be a drain. And yes, on the side, you can illuminate a series of holes on the side wall of the pit, and they do seem to be water inlet holes. Yes.
Wonderful. He'll say, Seth, you've got this. You and Monty. And he'll start turning and looking around for something that looks like some kind of control panel.
Okay. On effectively the back wall of the stage, it's a fair distance, but you can see two large wheels mounted on pipes over there.
And he'll make a beeline for one of those. The closest, I suppose, first.
They're sort of almost next to each other. So if you want to race there, that's absolutely fine. I'll effectively let you have this turn to get to the wall, and then we'll see what happens next turn. Okay.
Cool. Perfect.
Right, and then obviously we are going to have an attack because Seth has a one-track mind at this point, and he's quite scared. Oh, that's much better, and it still misses. He has another good old kick, but the mummy has now hauled itself out of the pit and has a go in return at getting on top of him, and the mummy has a lot of capability compared to Seth. Okay, nonetheless, doesn't land a hit. 2d12 wasn't enough. And swings and misses. So, Luke, your turn.
I would rush over to help, but before I do, I want to check that I'm not being blindsided by a mysterious cape before I make my way.
Okay.
To them.
You want to sort of shine your torch around?
Yeah, have a quick shine. Make sure,
Okay.
not being stalked.
Would you like to sort of do that as a check, or would you like to just do it as you're running to see if you can see anything moving at you?
Yeah, let's do it as I'm running towards them.
All right, because then you'll still get an attack in, basically.
Yeah, that would be the best thing to do, and give me kind of an idea. Yeah.
All right. As you shine the torch around, there doesn't seem to be anything looming at you as you run over towards the mummy.
Nice.
And the mummy is now standing on the edge of the pit with a slightly cowed-looking Seth. And your compatriot has fled off to the far wall, or the side wall.
Coming through, Seth! Out the way!
He sort of throws himself on the ground, hoping he doesn't get an axe between the shoulder blades for his trouble. Right. Are you attacking?
Yeah.
Okay, that's with a D6, please.
Yeah.
Your physical plus a D6.
That is a 9.
A 9. Okay. Perhaps it's just because you're racing up and you're swinging, but you don't make any contact with the mummy. It is. It's your turn, Ewan.
If I can make it to the wall and the wheel,
you are now at the wall.
This turn, he will furiously start spinning in whichever direction it spins in. I'm assuming they're off, so it will only go one way from here.
Yep. Yes, the one you are turning is turning anti-clockwise, and almost immediately you can feel the vibration of water flowing through the pipe behind the wheel, and seconds later there is the very distinct sound of gushing water falling into the pit from a significant height at the top of the tank.
Perfect. And once it's open all the way, he aims to move on to the next.
Okay. If you can move, the distance is much shorter, so I'll let you open the other one as well this turn. Neither of them have any particular resistance to being turned. They are designed to be used. So you can open both this turn, but that will be your whole turn. So it's Seth's go. He can't think of anything to do other than attack the mummy. Oh, better. He lands a hit. He is unarmed.
That means he's even braver.
He does a mighty 1 point of damage.
Yes. Get in there, Seth. Go on.
It's more than me.
He basically gives the mummy a slap.
Oh, you're earning your keep, Seth.
And it is the mummy's turn. Okay. Mummies attacks. 4 plus. All right. The mummy reaches out and grips Seth firmly by the throat. And as he does, you can see that he is just crushing Seth's neck in his very powerful looking hand. And when he lets go, which he does sort of as a deliberate action, Seth's body falls lifeless and silent to the floor.
Oh, Seth.
Ewan. Oh, sorry, Luke, your turn.
I will. I'll quickly cross myself in memory of our beloved 6-question friend Seth, and the thought of a cozy sofa perhaps to sleep on, rather than the back seat of my car for a few days, sort of dwelling in my mind. I charge at the mummy with my mighty fire axe to exact vengeance for Seth.
That is a D6 plus your physical, please.
Oh, vengeance is mine. 14.
14. D8 plus 4.
Can never get 4s out, though. Just the 7.
Okay. 7. Pretty solid hit. It's not that distinct from when you hit the Wolfman earlier. It feels like you're cutting through a costume and there's nothing inside it. But it's a pretty solid gash on that costume. And I'll tell you what, under the circumstances, because you've hit it with an axe and it's right on the edge, can you roll a physical check with a D8 for me, please?
Ooh, I'll take it. That is a 10.
Okay. Because you've hit it right on the edge and it's sort of reeled back, you see it stumble on the edge of the pit just for a second, and then it slowly falls over backwards. And as it lands at the bottom, the water that's gushing in and rising seems to flow into it through the cut in the suit, and it struggles under the water, but it's just filled with water. It's far too heavy to actually clamber out of the pit, filling up with water as it is. You can also see the coffin, which is beginning to float on the surface of the water and gently bob around in the little current, and obviously it will slowly rise towards the surface.
I think, Heck, my dear friend, we need to get out of here quickly.
I agree. Let's go. Which way?
East.
East. And Edgar will run towards the east door.
Okay. You race off towards the east, leaving behind you a struggling mummy, which is silently, thrashing in the water, and a gently bobbing coffin. But you do make it to the emergency exit. It's got one of those push bar releases, and as you push it, you realise that it leads into this really narrow, gloomy passageway that forms the kind of double skin of the soundstage, and immediately behind it there's another push bar which you'll need to hit to get out of the building.
Don't slow down now, Edgar.
Let's go. Let's go. Go.
Okay. You push out into the sort of little strip that separates stage 13 from the car park. And outside, you see that you are not completely alone. There are a few figures in the car park. You race out into the car park itself. There's a couple of security guards. There are a couple of vehicles there. There seems to be a couple of maintenance personnel. And as you sort of make it onto the car park surface itself, and you're sort of looking around to see what's going on, around the corner to your right, from stage 13, so just around the southeast corner of the stage,
Oh yes.
you see a figure stalking. She is very much human-sized, and startlingly glamorous in her appearance, with a long, flowing white dress. But her face looks blackened in patches, and there's a sort of sneer of her mouth where it hangs open slightly, slightly as if her jaw is slack, and she points a finger at one of the security guards, as if she's sort of singling him out, as she just marches slowly around the corner. And D8, and there we go. And she lands. She points at him, and from the gloomy clouds overhead, a lightning bolt strikes down and hits him, just the one she pointed at. And he lets out this horrendous scream, and staggers. He doesn't actually seem to be as hurt as you'd expect by a lightning strike, but it definitely knocks him to his knees.
Oh,
What are you thinking? What are you thinking, my dear friend? Do we flee, or do we end this for Seth?
Well, half the cheese has come out of my pocket from the fight. I'm trailing meat and bread everywhere. My leather trousers are ruined. My beautiful long moustache is drooping and unkempt. My top hat is
It still
battered
looks
in.
beautiful.
My velvet greatcoat is dusty and covered in remnants of fake fur. My ear is still 1 millimeter higher than the other. I am a mess, my friend. Do you truly believe we can finish this for Seth?
Honestly, I'm not sure after that last fight. I will either way. If we don't make it out of this, I will take some solace in knowing that he died the way he lived, thoroughly throttled by a mummy and their pair of very old and very determined hands.
It's how he would want it to go, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly.
My friend, what if one of us?
It's your call. I trust you.
What if one of us
And your axe.
takes this hag's attention while the other tries to sneak up and do the deed?
That could work. Especially with the security guards as well.
But which of us is the most subtle, my friend?
Well, I do like to feel that I am quite subtle. However, I also like to feel that you would have that killing blow that might do some damage at the very end when it's needed.
In which case, if you can get close and take her attention, then I can charge from afar while she's not looking.
I like it. I like it.
All right.
And,
So what are you going to do? What's your actual approach?
Edgar will aim to skulk off around the side and try and get behind the creature.
Okay. All right. Effectively, because of the way the buildings are, that means heading sort of further into the car park and then south and trying to come around behind her.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah, let's do it.
Then, while you are doing that, what is Monty doing?
Monty, to help with the skulking, is going to make himself more visually known. If I can draw some attention while my dear friend is skulking, then he's got a chance to get closer to in turn take her attention away.
Fair enough.
So I will.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely grab her attention. You've got a torch in your hand. It's gloomy out there. You can literally shine the torch at her and yell at her and all sorts of things.
I'm gonna run to the nearest car, and with the axe, I'm gonna smash one of the windows. Start banging it on the roof, and with the other hand, shine the light in her direction.
Okay, all right. Then can I have your subtle stat, please?
I'm not very. It's a D6. That's why I've been chosen for this role.
Okie dokie. She watches you run, definitely focused on you, and then she reaches out her arm and points her finger at you. It's a 1 on a D20. Okay.
I'm invincible.
So she points, and the lightning does come, but it misses you and just sizzles into the car park surface.
Whoa. Oh, I hope you do this well.
Me too.
Buy me a few seconds. That's all I ask.
Okay. As you do this, she is definitely focused on you. So, and she's effectively used up her attack. So, Edgar.
Quick question, Ben. As I'm skirting around, is there a security car or a golf cart or something?
There's one sort of parked in the car park, and it's I say parked. It's been sort of stopped at an angle with the doors open.
Edgar wouldn't necessarily be on the lookout for a private vehicle, but he figures that something that isn't owned by the person who's operating it is more likely to have the keys in it. So he'll go and see. make a detour, maybe. If not,
why not? This is. I'll tell you what. Make this a physical check with a D8, please.
Okay. No, that's good. That's an 8 and a 4 for a 12.
Okay. Yeah, you slide into the driver's seat, and indeed the keys are in the ignition.
He'll start it up, and then floor it in the general direction of the lightning bolt wielding.
All right. This will be an attack, but it'll be a subtle attack. So can you please roll your subtle against her subtle, which is a D8?
He's definitely not putting the headlights on, so it is subtle. Sure. Hopefully it's
trying to happen upon her by surprise.
Enough of a distraction to give his good friend Monty.
Remember, you do have a cinematic if you want to use it.
Ooh. Can I retroactively use my
Yes.
cinematic?
Yeah, I don't know how many cinematics you've got.
Mine is a D8, or it's in the D8 spot.
Okay, yeah, so you've got potentially 3 cinematics you can use.
Oh,
Wonderful.
cinematics.
I would very much like to use one. What is the what happens?
You roll your die as opposed to the D8 that I gave you for her twice.
Oh, okay.
So
cool.
whatever your subtle was, you roll 2 of those plus a D8.
Plus a D. Ah, very nice.
Truly is fair. If there's a time for cinematics.
Oh, wow, that's good. That is a 10, a 16, and a 3 for a 29.
Ooh,
29.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you hit her with the car, first of all. And you are doing a decent speed. I don't actually have a damage number for car impact in the rules, believe it or not. But I'm going to suggest, since it's a big chunky thing, it's like being hit by a big gun, say. I'm going to ask you to roll with a 29, a d20 plus 9, and then a second attack, please.
Oh yes.
Oof. And as he does, he'll roll down the window and scream out, "Now, Monty, now!" That is a 10 plus 9 for a 19.
19, okay.
Oh, yes.
And then can you roll a second attack? You can use a cinematic for this as well if you would like. This is a second attack, so it's another go at your subtle plus a second your subtle die if you choose a cinematic plus a d8.
I won't go for the cinematic. If that's all right, I will roll the d20 and the d8 and see what comes up. That is a 12.
Total of 12. Okay, can you roll a d20 plus 2 for me, please?
For a 9 total.
Okay. All right. She goes underneath the car, and obviously you're going at sufficient speed, you're going to keep going over her. And you can feel the car go sort of boom, boom over her. And as you pass, you glance in the rearview mirror, and she seems to spring up right behind you. But she looks a bit more weak on her feet. Okay. She has now noticed you.
I like to think there's some kind of screech. He wants to try and turn around to face again. But
Yeah, by all means.
feel free to.
I have no
direct on
problem
that
with you
as well.
extemporising a handbrake turn at this point.
Thanks.
She
And he will
looks
flick
at
the
you,
lights on that.
and for a moment it looks as if she's going to try to summon the lightning on you, and then she thinks better of it, and possibly realising that lightning striking a car is not the smartest move, she starts running towards you. And as she gets closer, she sort of leaps and lands on the bonnet of the car. And she's going to try to literally punch you straight through the windscreen.
Ooh.
So, let's do this. What is your physical?
My physical is D6, please, Ben.
Okay. Well, that's all right. 13. Okay, 3 plus... can you take 3 points of damage, please, as she smashes through the
indeed.
windscreen? And obviously that takes most of her impact, but she also manages to land a hit on you.
Perfect.
Edgar.
As my heroic friend. Sorry, Edgar or Monty, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, Monty, yes.
Monty. As I see my heroic friends, after plan working, but he's at risk, and I am gonna start running with great exuberance. I'm gonna toss the top hat aside to allow myself a quicker pace,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna
More aerodynamic.
exactly, and I'm gonna charge the hag with
Okay.
the axe raised to swing at her as she grabs at my friend.
In my head, you actually leap up as if you're going to land on the bonnet as well, but with the axe in both hands back over your head to bring forward in a mighty swing towards her back. Can you roll a physical attack for me, please?
With
So that's a
pleasure.
D8 plus your physical. Feel
Yes.
free to use a cinematic if you would like to.
I will use a cinematic. I have one,
Oh.
and this feels the most cinematic.
Okay.
Us.
So what do I add to it? My
You roll
my
double
RSD4.
your physical
Yep, double my physical.
and then add a D8.
Double my physical. Here we go. Okay, that's good. That is 21.
21. Okay.
Nice.
So first of all, that's D8 plus 1.
Yep. Which is a 6.
Okay. And you can also have a second attack, please, which is your physical plus a D8.
12.
Okay. Can you roll D8 plus 2, please?
I can. 9.
Fantastic. You
Yes.
swing the axe down, and it cuts deeply into her back, and it actually effectively steers you down and off to one side, and you find that you've effectively got a backhand in you as well, and you swing the axe back up again, slicing through her once more. She rears up in absolute agony, and turns to face you, but before she can do anything, Edgar gets a turn. What would you like to do, Edgar? She's on the bonnet in front of you. The windscreen is basically broken and in your lap.
Can Edgar he'll reach over the windscreen and try and grab both of her arms, noticing the pointing and the lightning, and he wants to just try and restrain her on the bonnet.
Okay. All right. Yeah, why not? Okay. So you're basically going to sort of lean up and out of your seat and try and grab her arms. All right. Make a physical attack for me, please, against her physical, but in this case it'll be a D12.
Can I make this one cinematic?
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
So it'll be your physical twice plus a D12.
This feels like the big finale. We hope. That is total of 9.
Total of 9,
Mm,
including your cinematic.
including the cinematic.
Okay. You reach up and try, but she's already raising her hands as if she's going to call the lightning, and pointing both fingers. So you miss because she just moves out of the way, and you end up sort of slamming your hands onto the bonnet of the car. It is indeed her turn.
Monty.
Oh.
And she is going to point at Monty.
No.
And what is your subtle, Monty?
No.
D6.
That's
So,
a total of 16.
Oh.
D8 plus 8.
Okay. That's okay. It's okay. It's
That's
okay.
a total
It's
of
okay.
9. She
That's
rolled a
okay.
1 for damage.
That's
The
9 for
lightning
health.
strike comes down, and you feel it, course through your body and send, shockwaves through it. Little glowing bits seem to come off it and scatter over the bonnet of the car. But it didn't do all that much damage.
Oh, that's all right. How much damage has it done to me? 1.
9.
9. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. It hurt. It did hurt. I'm gonna turn and look her in the cold, dead, reanimated eyes, and then She first lowers her arms. I guess I'm gonna raise above the top of her head and attempt one more big swing down.
One mighty swing. Okay,
Sweet.
you take a big swing, and make a physical attack, please. That's with a D8 for her.
That is a 11.
11. Okay, D8 plus 1, please.
6.
6. You can almost feel as if there's a little bit of smoke coming off your hair. and your muscles are trembling, and you swing the axe with an almighty blow. And this time, as it goes through her, she lets out this horrific scream as if she's in agony. And for a moment, you think it's just pain. And then you think, oh no, because behind her, over the car, you can see this group of animated corpses come around the corner of stage 13, and it's as if she's called for them and summoned them, and they start to accelerate. They go from this shambling walk. Every pace they seem to get faster and faster and faster, and then as they're just getting towards the car, she lets out this horrific breath of fetid air and drops to the car bonnet as if she splashes. And as she falls, she splashes into nothingness. And as she disappears, so do the reanimated corpses. They just disappear mid-stride. They were so close and travelling so fast that the dust from their disappearance still passes you. But there is no more threat. And almost immediately you can hear no more shooting and an occasional cheer or a yell of, "Are you okay?" kind of thing. And you know at the heart of your being that the danger is past. Well done, guys.
Thank you. Poor old
Well,
Seth Harmon. Did it for Seth.
Indeed. Well, Monty, I always said you had a shocking personality.
Oh, my friend. So to keep the engine running, my friend, I'm heading back to Seth's body to root around for some house keys.
Okay. Make it quick. Security have got a lot less work to do now.
We're going to be sleeping under a roof tonight, my friend.
Well, thank you very much,
Can't be
gentlemen.
that big.
Thank you very much. That was enormous fun.
Good stuff. Thanks, Ben.
Great deal of fun.
Good
Thanks,
stuff.
Ben.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Yes, it is a slightly belated Halloween.
And the first one wasn't, to be fair. First one was very well timed.
Ish. It was like a couple of weeks late or something, but not that late.
No. Definitely within the time frame.
Yeah. And anyway, thank you very much. And thank you everyone who came along to watch.
Yes,
I do
thank
appreciate
you,
it, of
dear.
course. I hope you had some fun. And this is obviously effectively a one-shot, though we did it in 2 because we're us. But we...
It's good enough to call a one-shot.
It's close enough.
Yeah.
Close enough for government work. We are done for the weekend. All being well, we should be back on Friday. Friday's a traveller night, is it?
Friday might not be.
Oh, maybe.
Apologies.
Okay.
Sorry, that's.
Oh no, that's
on
right.
the-
It's the 13th, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Friday might be I don't know. Oh, maybe a radio show night, Ben.
Oh yes, we could do the hospital radio, couldn't we?
The hospital radio.
Nice.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Yes, let's do that on Friday. Okay.
Perfect. Wonderful.
So
hey,
Friday
Jack,
night, hospital
bad
radio.
timing, my friend. Thanks for
Oh,
joining
sorry,
us.
Jack.
At least we succeeded. We saved the day. Only at the loss of a skinny man called Seth Harmon.
Mm. Yeah.
Rip the man.
Whip Seth.
Rip Seth. Thanks, Ben. Thanks you, and thanks Spurs. Thanks Jacko. Thanks for everyone else that's still around. We appreciate you all, and we'll see you all next Friday.
Yes. See
until
you on
then,
Friday, hopefully,
thank
for
you,
some
Ben.
hospital radio shenanigans.
Oh, absolutely. Good night, all.
Good
Good
night.
night.